I'm gonna go ahead and get the environment right quick. Here's the fake son, and this is the sex offender that's monitored in that environment with Linda Reyes. All right, doing so while crossing path with RGS, obsessed with my genitalia. And this is called crossing path, what a community does under an idle fake son that's still here under 5 p.m. And these are the Latinos that are going to mental asylums, and they're going to be deported. They're pacing right now while they're walking in opposite directions all over the parking lot like cockroaches, like ants. They're creating light activity and crossing path. Okay, the entity is doing so while they were monitoring together the sound of that with the vehicle entering under the fake sun is P.O.C. They were all together monitoring with this psychopath Tracy Banks in a bathroom. RGS is a sex offender. AVANATH is a sex offender. These males that work for RGS are sex offenders, and any of them that are gang stalking immigrants are going to be deported. Sex offenders that are not even natural born citizens are welcome to be escorted personally out of this country. These are demons who are pacing now in vehicles. That's what RGS was doing on foot. And Tracy Banks is engaging in facilitating sexual violence with the population that's engaged in federal group stalking, monitoring, engineer light while that sex offender drives in the parking lot. All right, this is what an entity is doing while the fake sun is rising and setting, and they're all obsessed with what's between my legs. And that's the reality of the mental health that is fully on fully on display when they're gang stalking one person together. That is the same psychopath that you saw gang stalking with walking her dog. She lives in units 33 through 64. She is gang stalking by crossing path under the fake sun, sitting in a relevant position with regard to the psychopathic behavior of pacing around in engineered light. This is what they're doing with Tracy Banks, who's stalking with noise, while she is monitoring my genitalia in a private space with both females and males. It's both incestuous. It's also speaking to that which is homosexual, those who extend themselves as being heterosexual. I'm pointing to, again, all the superficial bases whereby the entity that is gang stalking poses on the surface while you're looking at what is sexually perverted and predatory, and also defies how they represent themselves in public amongst other people. All right, this is the entity that's engaging in predatory and criminal conduct as opposed to landscaping that has any protection under the Constitution. And Tracy Banks walks this way, where her vehicle is not her vehicle, is parked directly on the opposite side. She is doing so going to the laundry room with her briefcase. No, she's not. She's engaging in what is trying to duck and dodge from the camera while she's monitoring and doing so. Okay, the entity that's engaging in what is fake gang stalking under the fake sun is monitoring my genitalia, like I'm publishing on podcast right now at 12:55 p.m. And there is no sun that's over me in the same manner, speaking to the pattern of conduct of the entity monitoring my genitalia in Los Angeles, which is what the LAPD used helicopters to engage in. Okay, that same obsession, that same predatory pattern of conduct, that same psychopathic stalking behavior of a whole society. And this is an apartment complex acting together. Pacing in vehicles, engineer light appearing underneath the carport, pacing in the parking lot, wearing logos and doing so, speaking to the commercial means of gang stalking. Okay, this is driving in the parking lot while engineer light appears on the brick wall. That's a demon. The audible noise by the gang stalkers, they're acting together. This is P.O.C. And this is the state that is appearing engaged in that pattern of conduct together. Obsessed with my genitalia. P.O.C. Hi, what's your name? Nothing to say under the fake sun, Satan? Okay, that's a sex offender. All right, monitoring under the same fake. That's monitoring under the fake sun that you see her under at after 2 o'clock in the afternoon with the state. Crossing path, pacing. Going to the people of the state who are going to prison. Going with the people of the state that are going to prison, pacing under the fake sun with Tracy Banks. And understand the entity gets more obsessive and more psychotic, such as having the sheriff's department arrive in relevant position while the fake sun moves over me. This is the same fake sun that's over the Los Angeles, over Alvarado Gardens. That's P.O.C. That's federal prison. That's federal prison. It's no distraction from the sexual violence that the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department is engaging in. Arriving, communicating a threat while they're talking to the people of the state is the pathetic gesture of trying to threaten someone. You're gang stalking. The fake sun is in this position at 9 o'clock in the morning. They're gang stalking with the units in 48. They're going to federal prison. This is where the fake sun is at 9 o'clock in the morning when I'm standing at unit 41. RGS is stalking the path. This is what they did with the Ontario Fire Department just days ago. Stalking in the path cross so that the targeted individual sees them and having any sort of basis to be on the grounds of. Okay, this is what San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department has been doing for years while I'm documenting them under the fake sun at Metro Apartments. We're at no time. Hi. Hogue? K. Hogue? All right, that's P.O.C. While the fake sun moves to be in the same position over me, and it's not going to remain over his vehicle. That's a state actor. Okay, that's a demon also. Wearing San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department uniforms, gang stalking with the Ontario Police, who's going to be disbanded. Okay, coming onto grounds to walk to the unit, which is unit number 47, who are going to prison. RGS employees are going to mental asylums, gang stalking with the state again. Okay, coming on the grounds and engaging in that pattern of conduct. This is all pacing. The fake sun is here after 3:30 p.m. The fake sun is here after 4 p.m. This same exact location. The fake sun is here at 8 in the morning when I'm capturing video. And you just saw the state wearing a badge, engaging in the same iteration of that P.O.C. This is pacing. This is demon possession. And they were all monitoring my genitalia with an incestuous actor, Tracy Banks. And they arrive with state actors with regard to both fear. It's also communicated actually and reasonably as a threat. The San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department engaging in kidnapping just like the Ontario Police Department, doing so in what is the engineered light. You can see my hand right here. San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department are gang stalking under the fake sun with the same entity. And Linda Reyes is going to federal prison for gang stalking with the state, because that's what that is. And they're using the cameras. Understand the cameras are a means of prosecuting the entity. That's P.O.C. They're going to mental asylums. They're obsessed with my genitalia, monitoring with an incestuous sex offender like Tracy Banks, who facilitates sexual violence while she's gang stalking with the state, again, and doing so while because I am documenting them. So the entity engaged in that P.O.C. They did the same thing at 12:45 p.m. where the entity has the fake sun over me at the same exact time in Los Angeles. That's speaking to the disbanding of the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department. But you already know they have engaged in a pattern of kidnapping while they were gang stalking, and the demon possessed are engaged in federal group stalking and monitoring. Shannon Dykes is engaged in that P.O.C. All right, he's not only corrupt, he is demon possessed, and so are all of the gang stalking sheriffs. Where you're seeing my hand up here above my head, this is where demons are stalking in apartment buildings and doing so with the government that comes onto the grounds over by helicopter, by planes, and by the Sheriff's Department like you saw today. Another spectacular means of engaging in the same exact demonic pattern of conduct of federal group stalking and monitoring. It is currently 1 o'clock on the dot, and on in August of 2024, which would be the same time, the fake sun is over me in this same zenith at the San Diego Police Department, who are engaged in the same criminal system as the San Bernardino Sheriff's Department and the Ontario Fire Department, who are gang stalking with the people of the state under a fake sun that is not over 1401 Broadway in San Diego, California. But that's exactly what's on video, and that's what we will be looking at. I'm going to go ahead and correspond that video with this one while you saw the state come onto the ground, and it's all about me, because the specific environment that speak to that, and the impossibility that my hand is going to arrive on the top. You see any shadow of my hand here? All right, because the entity is speaking to what is engineered light. None of this is sunlight, and that's not even the sun, and it's still here after 5 p.m. after Shannon Dykes is exposed for federal group stalking and monitoring. He is the one that's going to be removed from position, and that San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department worthy of what is disbanding by virtue of engaging in a pattern of kidnapping. And this is the entity communicating a threat while it knows that I'm documenting their sexual predatory patterns of gang stalking, including in bathrooms where mentally ill people engage in surveillance, like the city of Ontario. It is currently, again, 1:01 p.m. That's the government that's gang stalking with Tracy Banks and comes onto the grounds where I'm prosecuting the state to communicate that threat with them. RGS is creating audible activity, stalking in the path, engaging in criminal surveillance, and conspicuously while they're gang stalking under that light source. That's P.O.C. The demon in unit number 48, they're all going to prison. All of them are maintaining presence while the entity comes onto the grounds, and that entity included San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department right now. And it's not a distraction from what the same sex offenders who live here, acting with the population, pacing in vehicles, pacing on foot, while a fake sun remains here at 9 o'clock, where San Bernardino is under the fake sun that's at that same position hours from now in the morning, and it's still here hours from now in the evening. That's speaking to the P.O.C. that is also underway in LA as I documented. It's 1:02 p.m. This is P.O.C.